Welcome to Monday Night Poetry. Tonight's prompt is visions. So I'm wondering what visions mean to you and what do you think about when you think about visions? Is it all about what we see? Or can visions also be a state of mind? I imagine in my mind, I have visions that I'm walking down the street and maybe a girl passes by me and she's looking at me and I'm looking at her, and instead of her keeping her head turned away from me as though she's avoiding the stench that she believes reeks outwardly from me, we both smile at one another as we pass by each other, crossing over the newly painted mural on the very narrow sidewalk. I have visions about our shoulders touching each other as we maneuver our way through the tight space that's on this pavement. I vision in my mind pictures that I made it to a bus stop. And while standing there clutching my duffel bag from the incredibly heavy laptop that is inside my bag, I look down at this elderly lady at the bus stop that's sitting on the bench waiting for the transit, and she looks up at me and she smiles. I imagine then that she quickly turns her head away from me, but not in angst, but simply because there's nothing to fear when she's looking at me, standing above her as she's simply waiting for the bus to arrive. I have visions that a young black boy makes it to his destination safely and alive. He picks up the keys from the mechanic that worked on his vintage Rolls Royce, and he places his license and his registration back into the glove compartment so that he continues to drive safely. He just got the car out the shop and he's legal, as this vision is the only way that he knows how to live because that's how he was raised. You see, he knows that. That's his life. And this vintage 1938 Rolls Royce Phantom, that's his car, rightfully and legally so, he inherited this life from his family. I mean, they just knew nothing but greatness because his great-great-grandfather once played at the infamous Cotton Club, that legendary night spot in the Harlem district of New York City. Tell me about your visions. What are things that come to mind when you think of vision? And share them below.